Good day everyone. Today I'm going to discuss types of reading skills in assessment, particularly the semantic differential skill and graphic skill. These two skills are commonly used by teachers and researchers to measure students' opinions, attitudes, and perceptions. To begin with, let us first understand what rating skills are. Rating skills are tools used to measure people's opinions, feelings, or attitudes towards something. They help researchers and teachers to collect information in a structured way. In this presentation, we will focus on two types of rating skills, which is the semantic differential skill and the graphic skills. Now, let us first discuss the semantic differential skill. So the semantic differential skill is a type of a rating skill that uses two opposite adjectives at the ends of a scale. Respondents choose a number between these opposite words to show their opinion. So usually, the scale ranges from 1 to 5, where each number represents the degree of the respondent's feelings or perception. So this skill is often used to measure attitudes, impressions, and perceptions. So to better understand this, let us look at an example. In this example, students are asked to rate the teachings of their teacher. For instance, the scale shows accommodating on one side and alienating on the other side. So students choose a number from 1 to 5 depending on how they perceive their teacher. So that's an example of semantic differential scale. So another example, patient on one side and harsh on the other side. So through these skills, researcher can determine how students perceive the teacher's behavior. Now, now that we understand its example, let us move to its purpose and advantages. So the semantic differential skills is used to measure attitudes, feelings, and perceptions toward a person, object, or idea. One advantage of this skill is that it shows both the direction and intensity of opinion. This means it can show whether the opinion is positive or negative, and also how strong that opinion is. Because of this, it is commonly used in surveys and research studies, especially with older students or adults. So next, let us discuss the graphic skill. The graphic skill is another type of rating skill, but instead of words or numbers, it is uses picture or illustration. So this picture represents the level of person's feelings or response. Person's feelings or response. A common example is the use of smiley faces, which range from very happy to very sad. This type of skill is usually used for young children or respondents who have limited vocabulary because pictures are easier to understand. So let us now look at an example. In this example, students are asked to rate how much they like certain food, such as pizza, spaghetti, hamburger, or etc. Instead of writing words, they simply choose a face that best represents their feeling. For example, a happy face means they like the food very much. So a neutral face means they feel okay about it. And a sad face means they do not like it. So this makes the process simple, visual, and easy to answer. Now let's move on to its purpose and advantages. The main purpose of graphic skills is to measure feelings, preferences, or reactions using visual symbols. One advantage of this skill is that it is easy to understand, especially for young learners. It also helps respondents express their feelings even if they cannot fully explain them using words. Because of this, graphic skills are commonly used in elementary education and child surveys. Now that we have discussed both of skills, let us compare them. At this point, let us look at the difference between the two skills. So, the semantics differential skill uses opposite adjectives, uses numbers, best used for older students or adults. On the other hand, the graphic skills uses pictures or symbols, does not require many words, best used for young children. Both skills are useful, but they are used for different types of respondents. So finally, let us proceed to the conclusion. So in conclusion, reading skills are important tools in assessment and research. So the differential skills measures attitude using opposite words and numerical ratings. So meanwhile, the graphic skills uses pictures or symbols that represent feelings and preferences. But both of these tools help teachers and researchers better understand people's opinions and perception. So that's all my report and my presentation. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.